Go, Meigha. Ah, what a nice, beautiful day. There's a cute little house there and a garage in behind the trees. Hey guys, Patches here. Today's Saturday, September the 9th. It is around noontime now. Exploring another neighborhood that I haven't been to in a while. This street's relatively new though. It's about 4 years old. There's a bare lot. Another piece of land over there for sale. And out with the dog again. Just exploring. So, this street here has been pretty new, some lots for sale for some time. Poopy. Nice and breezy here. I wish we lived on this street, but a couple new houses over there. There's a new one that I just noticed about a couple weeks ago. Piece of land there for sale. And over here there's the first of the two houses on this street. As you can see, there's not very many. There's only 3 on the street so far. They go down that way even further. A new piece of land, or a new street, has been built. When I first explored the street, it was just the street that... Oh, Meigha. Yeah, Meigha likes to go wherever she wants, but that's okay. We'll just explore over here and then turn around, and there's a second of the homes that was built. That's actually a really nice house. I do like where the garage is and all that. I like the color of the siding on that house. Very beautiful. I obviously like the scenery here. Meigha, what are you doing, you silly pup? Come on. Get out of there, silly dog. And here's some more bare land. So the section of the street that I'm on right now didn't exist when this particular street there didn't necessarily extend this far. But I'm going to show you a new street that the city had put in. Meigha has to stop and smell, because there's always new smells. So this area here is actually, there's no houses up here right now. We did pass 3 that was newly built. And it looks like there could be another piece of land there. You can tell because that, well, I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but it looks like there might be a new piece of land that's going to be up for sale there very soon. You can tell because there's a little driveway there. It's narrow right now. Shield Street. So this street right here is relatively new, as I haven't been on this street for a while now. At least with this dog in quite a while. The dog here and I were gonna take a trip up here last time, and it didn't work out, obviously. This right there is an unfinished section of the street, and behind there I'm assuming is where the rock quarry is. Behind all these trees I'm assuming is where the rock quarry would be. As I showed you in a previous video, And I was on my way back to see this beautiful little dog. But this is a cul-de-sac. And a lot of land's here for sale. There hasn't been any houses built on the street yet, but my hope in the future is that there will be. And this could very well be the last time. I may be wrong. I've got another week with the dog, so I got an extension by 1 week. I was originally going to be here for up to 6 weeks. My parents just got back from the States. They're in Ontario now. And they said they'd let me know when they're on their way back here. They said I can stay another week. And there's the unfinished section of the street over there. Looks like we're going to get some thunder and lightning. So there are no houses on the street at this time. The lands here are pretty bare, but they are up for sale. And I remember taking the dog for a walk here one day. It was a pretty cool day, not a lot of leaves. And the dog's screeching like crazy out in the background, probably over there. Doesn't like it that somebody's here. Now it looks like somebody could be building a house over there. I can tell that there's something going on. There's a car there. So it looks like I'm wrong again, but so it looks like there's a car there. It looks like they're either building a house or a house has been built. Bone structure or whatnot. I don't usually take the dog out here at night. That's why I didn't go up the street one time before. Yes, a few weeks back. I wouldn't dare go past there. Alright. Take a pit stop here. See, in behind those trees, there's a little opening right there. That's where the rock quarry, I'm assuming, is. Okay, so the house hasn't been built, but a car is there. I don't know where this... Oh, they could be doing another street there, but anyway. Yeah, let's go, Meigha. And, yeah, very soon this street will have a bunch of houses, and with any luck, they might do an extension way over there. Over that way. But who knows? Who really knows? So it's pretty cloudy out right now. I think today's weather, I think we're expecting some thunderstorms. May not happen right now, and thank God for that, because I promised this little furry creature I'd take her for a walk as often as I can. There's going to be days, though, where it may not happen. A lot of it has to do with the bad weather. I remember back in October of 2007, when I first moved here, the street didn't exist. Come to think of it, Madison Lane never existed either. But these streets were recently installed. I would have to, if I had to guess, I would say 2014. This street, however, didn't exist until much later. There's no telling if there's going to be any more streets being built up here, other than this one that my beautiful little puppy and I are walking on right now. But, yeah, there's just no telling. It is a beautiful area, though. Yes, Meigha. So yeah, we were just over there at the cul-de-sac. Well, it could be a cul-de-sac. That could change. A lot's happened with this neighborhood since I last lived here. And probably within the next 10-15 years from now, this might become part of the city. If that happens, good luck having a fire pit, but not that I give a damn about it personally. That's why we have campgrounds. So there's Madison Lane right there. Clouds are gray. You might get thunder and lightning right now, the way things are going. So construction workers have been pretty busy last few years on the street. Now Madison Lane is not a very long street anyway, but Shield Street's no bigger. I know Sandalwood Lane was a pretty small street as well. I know in the last video I did with the dog, we explored it and took a trip down memory lane in the process, because it did used to be a trail at the time. Come on, Meigha. So we're just leaving Shield Street now. We're back on Madison Lane, or at least the new extension of Madison Lane. This particular street's a very nice street. I honestly would not mind living up here. If I had a car, that is, and a driver's license and a good paying job, I wouldn't mind living up here. At least on the street anyway. If I had a say of which house I would choose. Come on, Meigha. Cut down trees. It'd be that blue house right there behind the trees. You guys have probably already seen it. Your camera's got it. Yeah, that blue house, that's a cute house. I wouldn't mind living there. The only downside to living out here is that you're so far away from everything. If you needed to go and buy a drink or something, or go groceries, you'd have to travel a long distance. That's the house I'm talking about right there. That's also a nice house. You get a good view of the house at this distance. As you can see along here, some of the trees. Ugh, I just saw a wasp. Some of the trees here have, looks like they've been knocked down naturally by Mother Nature, aka post-tropical Storm Arthur. Hopefully we won't have storms like that again, but who knows. And here's another new street right here. Come on, Meigha. Come on. Here's another new street. Let's just say it's an extension of an older street that I used to go onto regularly when I lived up here. This extension was added in after I moved out. Typical. So, and there's a new house. And believe it or not, this is the same street that I found a living frog. You can check out the earlier video. It happened it happened at dusk when the sun came down. And a couple of dead trees over there. So temperature-wise, it's not too bad. The humidex, I think, is going to make it. And there's the dead trees. The humidex for today is supposed to make it feel like 22. Kind of feels a little higher right now, and like you can blame the thunderstorms for that. Some more trees that are knocked over naturally. Hence Mother Nature wanting to have its way with where I live, or where I'm proud to live. You'd think with those dead trees that there'd be wetlands here. And yeah. There's the first new house I saw in the street. Very beautiful. There's more further down. $34,900 for that piece of land. And it could be any size. Big land or small land. Oh, yeah. Sounds like the dogs in that house are getting abused. I'm not saying that they are. They could be, but we don't know for sure. And there's piles of logs of wood. Looks like this piece of land might also be up for sale. There's no for sale sign anywhere on here. And I'm going to show you guys the street, if Meigha will let me move. She likes to stop to sniff because there's always new smells. It's one of the evils of walking a dog sometimes. You're better off going by yourself. If you want to get somewhere and be back quickly, that is. So this is an extension to a street that I'm about to show you guys where I am. But again, Meigha's not letting me do that. She always has to stop for smells. So these lands right here, I'm assuming are for sale, but I'm not sure. There's that white house right there that was recently built. And it looks like it had been there for some time. There's a house next to it that looks like it had also been built and been there for some time. So there are two new houses there. Further down are a bunch of older homes. I'm going to show you guys why. I might have to just walk on the middle of the road. So there's a house there, there's another house there. And the house that's even further down is an older home, believed to have been there for, if I had to guess, 20 years. And Meigha's pulling, as usual. Oh, there's no culvert in the front of this person's yard. Weird. I guess whoever bought that house or built it didn't want it. There's another new house there. Now, I could be wrong, but along here is where I found a frog. And that house past those trees, that's been around longer. That house has been there for years. Years and years and years. I know this because I've traveled along these streets before. Just not this particular extension that I'm on right now. I don't see anything on the ground anymore, but there used to be like slime and a frog. Come on, Meigha. Keep moving. Good girl. And here we are. Suck, Meigha. There's a line right there. This is where I'm standing, the newer part of the street, past this. Now I'm on the older part of the street. This is where I found a frog. Had to move it off the middle of the road. That's a nice house there too. Can't see it because the camera doesn't pick the whole thing up. And that's it. Now we're on the older street, and you can tell this part of the street's old because of the potholes. This particular street that the dog and I are on right now, we've had a bit of a, how do I put this delicately? Let's just say there's a bit of history to this. Here's an empty piece of land. I would have thought that they would build a house on this piece of land right here by now, which they did not. I remember when a friend of mine and I went for a walk, we went into this little piece of land just to take pictures because I think I felt like that at the time that it was a good spot to do so. Yep, the clouds are still gray. I think we might have to head back to the house soon. Whoa, bee. Try to pull the dog away from the bees, but she has to run up to them. And she doesn't realize that it could lead to one of us getting stung. Hey, pretty puppy. That's a cute house right there. You're a good doggy. Be on the lookout for bees. Whew. Sure is hot out here today. Come on, Meigha. Hope the clouds cover the sun soon. Hate this heat. Be glad when it's over. Be glad when it's fall. Wish there was a beach here. That's an empty piece of land. Looks like somebody's living there. We were just on that street a few moments earlier. Looks like people live down there. We're not going to go there. Yep, there's a house there. Cute little house too. So, anyway, as I was going to say, there was a bit of history to this street, and I'm going to show you in just a moment, because this happened back in October of 2008. Meigha, why do you have to pull me back? Good grief. But a man believed to be my mom's old professor apparently was murdered by his former son-in-law. And it shocked everybody. It certainly shocked my family because none of us saw it coming. None of us did. His daughter, who was also in the house around the time of his murder, was injured. It's that house right there. This yellow, brownish house there. Yeah. And the guy murdered him. We don't know why. The man who was responsible for his murder. Meigha, come on. You don't need to stand there. It is a nice piece of land, though. The house had since been up for sale, and soon after, people have been buying the house, moving in, and then a couple of years after that, they sold the house again and again and again. And I remember somebody telling me, you know, who would want to move into a house where somebody was murdered? Well, probably not, but it depends on the neighborhood. That's a cute house, too. Yeah, Meigha always has to stop and smell, pick up new smells every time, and it can be annoying at times when you want to keep moving and she has to stop and pull you aside, so it's pretty bad out there right now. Looks like we're going to get a lot of thunder and lightning. Meigha. Later on. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to take the dog for a walk now. Let's go this way, Meigha. I have a fear of bees, which is one reason why I don't usually like being out on a hot, humid day. I think I'm going to end this video right here. And I'll do a new video hopefully later tonight. If not, maybe I'll do one again tomorrow. But this is going to be part 3 of the adventures with Meigha. And hopefully I'll do another video like this again later on. If not, I'll do one tomorrow. So this is Pat just signing off. Have a great weekend, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.